folks, my name's Mark Taylor. I'm going to be your Organic Chemistry 1 teacher this semester, and I'm actually just putting this video together to actually work you through the syllabus so you can find where everything is. Now, if you've already signed into Canvas, I overloaded this class with some announcements, and it's generally just some summary things. I'm going to work through most of that stuff so you can see how we're going to do this, and more importantly, how we're going to do office hours, because I do have them set up here, and I do know that this particular class is going to get a little bit bigger need than my other classes of people wanting to use the office hours. Alright, so here is our syllabus. This is exactly what you'll get if you sign into your class. I have it in a nice little student view, and you're seeing everything as you should see it. Alright, so let's talk about a few things right off the bat. The office hours, which is what I really wanted to show in here, you are going to actually use the calendar function on Canvas to actually set up an appointment for office hours. Now, I'm mostly doing this because I do realize I have students that would rather be in their office hours one-on-one and alone. They don't want, they're a little bit leery of other people being in there. So I actually set up so you can do that. So you'll bring up the calendar and then hit Find Appointments, and this particular class should show up in this little pull down. And then you just hit Submit, and all my available office hours will pop up. And if you want to get one, like, you know, you're gung-ho, you're ready to get going, and you want to do this 8 a.m. one on that Wednesday, just click on the little box. It'll tell you how many spaces are still available, and you just hit Reserve. And if you think you're going to be very needy, you just reserve all of them. And I have no problem with you doing that. And there will be more, because I only have right now the 8 till 9 o'clock one set up between now and our first test. There are also going to be office hours from 2 to 3, and you will be able to grab them as well. And I do have them set up about every 20 minutes. There is no reason why I won't let you stay in there longer, so don't worry about that. And even after 3 or after 9, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm making sure I have plenty of time here, and that's just how we're going to schedule it. Now, once you've actually got your plan, if you just hit Close Now, the ones that you reserved will still be popped up there, and when it comes to next Wednesday at 8 a.m., you can just click on that, and right here is the Zoom link. And if you click on that, it'll open up the Zoom app or the Zoom program, and you'll be able to directly connect to me. And that's how we're going to do our office hours through Zoom, so you can see one-on-one. Now, if you just have a quick question, or if you think I can answer any old time, which there's quite a bit of that, just hit the inbox and send me a quick little message. Office hours, we're just trying to get it as flexible as possible. Alright, so that's our office hours. What I mean by flexible as possible, your textbook, which I strongly encourage you to get, is probably going to be one of the first textbooks that you're going to have nightmares about, or, you know, something along those lines, because this class is quite difficult and it's quite time consuming. There's a lot to organic. Now, what I've tried to do is somewhat overwhelm you with too much information. What I mean by that, if you click on the actual individual chapters, you're going to get a video of me working through your lecture notes. And I tried to go into these in a little bit more detail than I would if we were doing this class on one-on-one. So take your time with this. These videos are long. I do not expect you to sit and play through them the entire time. More than likely I'll see 20-minute viewing times, because that's what I imagine what's going to happen. You're going to watch it for 20 minutes. You might back up and watch those same section for 20 minutes. All right, but what you want to feel comfortable doing is these little problems in this worksheet. Now, this particular worksheet you're going to want to either print out and do them on a little tablet, do them on a stylus. You want to complete this worksheet. I'm not looking for it to be perfect, I just want it to be complete. Once it's completed, you're going to upload it through the Assignments tab. So just bring up Assignments, click on the worksheet we're dealing with, and you can submit it, and it will take just about anything, a picture, a file, anything you can submit. Maybe we'll give you bonus points if you find something I can't read. Or if you want to manually type it in, I did provide you the ability to do text. And even over the summer, I had someone in Chem 1 actually made a very quick YouTube video of her holding her worksheet up, and she embedded the YouTube video. That works perfectly fine. So I think she was trying to give me something that was odd, and it just didn't work out for her. All right, now the next thing, going back here to our syllabus, next thing I want to talk about are the tests. Now, right now, if you were to click on assignments, what you're going to see is the test is listed, and if you click on it, you get nothing. It just says it's locked. And if you notice on those tests, that test page, the assignment page that is, there were two things listed for the test. And that's because there's two different ways we're doing the test. The little plain looking icon is an online test. The other one is one that you're going to print out. Now the online test is going to be done here within HonorLock. And HonorLock, right now the only thing that pops up for HonorLock is the practice quiz. And do take a moment to spend some time with that to make sure your computer is going to be able to handle HonorLock, because you are going to actually have a browser plug-in and you are going to need to have a web camera work. And it's going to work you through that and explain how all this works. And if you find you need a better webcam, right now is the best time to contact dlhelp@cf.edu and let them know, because we still have a few, I believe, that we are providing to students. So you can get a webcam from the school that way. All right. Now, when it comes time to actually do the test, the reason there are two tests, the online quiz that you'll get, and I think I have it set up where you're getting 90 minutes to take it. It'll say right here. No, I give you a full 2 hours to take this test. It is a multiple choice test, but unfortunately in organic chemistry, multiple choice doesn't really test you well enough, or at least not complete enough. So along with that, we're going to have a version of the test where you're filling in the blanks. So it's a written test, and that's what's going to pop up here. And they are on 2 different days. If you go here to the calendar, you're going to see that all of our written tests are on Fridays, and all those multiple choice tests are on Thursdays. And it's every single week, every single test is a Thursday, Friday type thing. The multiple choice test, you'll have that entire day to take it. So anytime, it's, from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., you can take that 2-hour test. And same thing applies to test 1. You can print it out at 12 a.m., you need to turn it in at 12 p.m. And the nice thing with the written test, it is open book, open note. So let that redeem you if you think that multiple choice is going to hurt you grade-wise. And these first few, they are easier than the next few tests, but don't let that get you too overconfident. Make sure you study it, make sure you're ready for it, because this stuff, organic, is a wake-up call for a lot of people on their study skills. All right, now to help you out, I got a couple things going on here. So the first thing I wanted to bring up here is in quizzes, I actually have an online version of that first test. You see how it says 25 questions, 25 points? That's exactly the same number of questions the real test will be, the real multiple choice. Now, what is different is it's not always the same 25 questions. So each time you take this, you'll get some versions that's ever so slightly different. And it's there to give you plenty of practice. Now, as you guys are taking this, I'm going to go through and look at your results. And the questions that are getting a lot of misses, I'm going to make short little videos. So what that means is when you go and put in an answer, and it tells you just did a very bad job because I just answered one question, it's going to, see how it told me I was wrong? Well, down below here, I'm going to have videos pop up on those questions that are actually really giving everybody a hard time. And if you see one that you would like a video for, send me a nice little message. Now, don't tell me question 1, because your question 1 will probably be different than somebody else. So if you have a particular question you want to ask, cut and paste it in there. And then I know exactly which question you're talking about. And as long as I have time, which I should, I'll make a quick little video and I'll explain that. And then I will embed it into the test so you can get a chance to see it. Now, I believe I have almost 50 questions in this test bank. So it'll take a while for you to see all those questions. But as long as you can take it, you got plenty of opportunities to practice it. All right, now, along with that, I need to go back here to the syllabus, and if I hit the take-home portion, that brings up a version of the written part of your practice test. At least it's supposed to. Let's see if it works right now. Yeah, okay. Now, right now, see how it says 5 pages. The real thing's only going to be 2 pages. So, what is this? This worked out to 13 questions, so it would have stopped right about here. Now, I'm doing that because I don't need to overwhelm you with work, especially on this first test. Now, we might expand that, but I do have it worked out so it's right around 25 questions for the multiple choice and 25 points on the written test. Might not be 25 questions, but there are 25 points on the written part. But like I said, you'll have access to your notes here. But I gave you plenty of practice problems so you can have an idea of the type of stuff I'm going to ask, and it'll give you plenty of time to practice. Okay, so went over how you're going to use your Zoom to get office hours and how you're going to schedule it on your calendar. Got the syllabus well covered. We should be good to go. Let me have any emails or any problems you have, and I will get onto them as quick as I possibly can.